Hey guys, the Fishy123 here, and welcome to the second upload of today with episode number 7 of the West Ham United career mode. Last episode we didn't do as well as our form showed on the beginning of the season, but hopefully in this game against Middlesbrough we can get it back into form as you see the new Premier League animations, but we already talked about that last episode. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this second episode of today. It would be much appreciated if you left a like and subscribed, as I'll just keep on going with this West Ham United career mode. I know a lot of people are already into their second season, but I'm going to try my best to get these out more frequently than I have been, this past month of the beginning of FIFA. And other than that, let's get into it. So this game against Middlesbrough, we're playing pretty much our strongest side. It's going to be a tough match, but I still think we can get the win. We need to start creating more more chances and getting more goals, as the last episode we didn't perform as well as we'd have liked. But for Middlesbrough, they have a few good players, and Negredo's a good guy up front. But other than that, I think we should be able to beat this team easily. But considering our form in the last few games, I'm not really too sure about that. So hopefully you can pull off a good result and start off this episode with our first 3 points in a while. I think in like 2 episodes. So the first chance in this game comes to Middlesbrough here from the free kick. Ayala just right in front of the 18. Puts it in. Negredo wins the header. It comes to Ramirez, and he gets past the defender there. Dribbles through angle, goes to the shot, but a good save by Adrian. And to start off, our defense was left exposed. And here another chance for Middlesbrough. Negredo plays in Ramirez, linking up throughout this match. Finds Negredo again. Negredo holding onto the ball. Finds Ramirez back in again, but his shot goes wide of the target. And they were just linking up so well in the first half. As another chance for Middlesbrough. Ramirez on the ball again, finds Negredo again. Negredo finds Clayton, Clayton finds Downing, and they were just cutting us open but couldn't put the finishing touches as that shot goes wide. And then Derone here finds Clayton, Clayton back to Derone. Derone takes a few touches, plays back Clayton, and Clayton goes to the shot. So a lot of link-up play by Middlesbrough in the first half, and as you see, that'll end it off. So very disappointing half for us. Middlesbrough were just all over us this first half. So we have to, change this in the second. As you see, 6 shots. None of them have been on target, which is good to see. Actually, no, they had the Adrian save, but other than that, they haven't had any on target. So that's the only, positive thing we can take into the second half. And here now Cresswell trying to get a pass, but loses it out. It comes to Ramirez, whose shot goes over the bar. And that'll end off the game. So in the second half, nothing happened at all. We didn't create any chances throughout the game. We had a few shots, but nothing that tested the keeper too much. And that'll end off this match. A 0-0 draw, another disappointing result. And right now, our form is, starting to tail off. And for the worst, So we have to really pick it up in these next few matches. As you see, we have some decent players from Brazil that we scouted. And as we advance on through, I offered some fringe players contracts. But the one question for today's episode: should I accept this USA offer? Obviously, I'm from the U.S. So should I accept this national team offer? I was thinking of playing for England. We're trying to get the England job in a few years because some of my players will be progressed through. But I was thinking maybe I could take U.S. for the next 2-3 seasons. But just let me know. I'll leave a poll in that. Earlier when you saw that screen, so let me know what do you think. Should I accept that US job or not? And maybe that could be my first national team job of FIFA 17. But as you see our player training now, Ariza Balaga advanced to 76, which is good to see. A lot of players progressing very well. And as we head into this game against Crystal Palace, we're still in 4th place, even though the past few games we've gotten a few draws. And I think we lost 2 against West Brom. So going to this game against Crystal Palace, we already played Crystal Palace at Salters Park this season. However, it was in the EFL Cup with our weaker squad. So, I was hoping in this match, if we beat them with a weakened side, I was thinking we could beat them with our strong team here. As we head into it. Actually, I think I made a few changes for this game. As you see, Crystal Palace in 12th place now. Didn't start off the season as well. As you see by our team, I made a few changes, as I just said. Oxford comes in, Zaza comes in. Sturge didn't play as well in the last match. But, Crystal Palace still have a good team. They have the likes of Benteke, Kabai, Townsend on the wings. So they have some good players. They brought in El Kadori from Napoli. That's one of their signings. But, I still think we can get the win. especially because we've won away already here at this ground. But this is sort of a London derby, you could say, both teams in London. And as you see by our lineup, Antonio also comes into the lineup, so making 3 changes to the team. Hopefully that'll help us out. And as you see, Tompkins playing against his former club as he got sold from West Ham for £10 million. So maybe he's trying to prove a point for us, but I don't really think he's going to be an issue. So let's head into this game. Hopefully we can get a win and finally end this poor run of form in these past few episodes. The first chance here comes to Crystal Palace. Benteke on the ball. Goes to a long-range effort and wasn't really too far off as just was past the goal and out for a goal kick. But here now Cresswell down the left-hand side got played through. Plays a great pass in. Tries to find Zaza it was, but instead Dan takes him down and the referee awards a penalty. So just before halftime we have a chance to go 1-0 up. As you see Dan going through. The pass came in, but he took him down a late challenge. I'm not really too sure if that was deserved of a penalty, but we'll take what we can get. Last episode you guys saw the penalty that we conceded against West Ham. It was more controversial than that. But from the penalty here, Dimitri Payet steps up, finishes it past the keeper in the bottom right corner. Good penalty from him as he makes it 1-0. Finally, we get a goal, and this time through Payet. The last time we scored, I think, was through Payet as well. Last episode in that game against... Actually, no, he didn't score. Good to see him get on the score sheet again and be involved in our play. And as you see, that'll end off our first half. So a pretty good first half from us. Towards the end of the half, we started to pick it up a little, obviously getting that penalty. So going to the second half, I wasn't going to take my chances. I was just going to play more defensive because, we haven't been playing well these past few games. So getting 3 points is going to be very important. But a chance here now from Crystal Palace after the halftime break. Cabaye finds Benteke. Benteke going through, goes to the shot, and it hits the post. A great chance for Crystal Palace to level it up. But instead the Woodwork denies them. And here El Kaddouri plays with Cabaye 1-2. Cabaye rides the slide challenge. Cabaye going through on goal, puts the ball across the keeper into Townsend, and he finishes it past. Adrian doesn't even dive to it. Perfect shot into the side netting. And great goal there. Actually, it was El Kaddouri who scored, so he got brought off the bench. The new signing from Napoli. Puts it past the keeper in the 68th minute, makes it 1-1, and it was just poor defending from me overall. I just played, I was putting pressure or not pressure. I was slid in, horrible slide tackle, and it was just a really poor goal to concede. We go level the score in 1-1, and it's not the worst of results, but that would, I think, be 3 straight draws in the Premier League, so I don't really want that to happen. But here a chance from the spectacular for, I think that was Martin Kelly who went for the bicycle kick. But a good save by Adrian. And here we try to go through with our player there. I'm not sure who that was, but instead he gets muscled off, and that's how the match finishes. So another disappointing result, getting 1 point. The only positive thing I can take out of this is we're just getting, at least we're getting some points heading into these, heading out of these Premier League games, but we're still dropping points of other teams. So that'll end off the Premier League games for this episode. And then in the last and final game, we'll head into a game against Midtjylland in the Europa League. But as you see some player training, I'm not really too sure who to train right now. But just looking through some players, I think I eventually pick Cancelo or Ariza Balaga. I put him back in, and then we'll see what happens. But overall players have been progressing pretty well. Maldonado, I'm not trying to train him too much to halt his other physical or technical stats. So I'm training him a few times though. And hopefully, he can be like 70 overall by the end of the season. That would be nice. As, in the next season, we're going to have to try to accomplish that objective of playing him in a lot of matches. But going to the final game in this episode, we go up against Genk. I don't know why I said Midtjylland. We played Midtjylland in the last episode, not this one. So going to this game against Genk, this is the halfway point of the Europa League campaign. And to start off, hasn't been convincing. In the first game, we lost to Spartak. In the second game, we drew on a 90th minute winner at home. So in this game, we're going to have to step it up. We need 3 points in this game. No doubt about it. And as you see right now, we're in third place. We should be getting first place in this group, So going to the second half, we're going to have to be improving. And going up against these European teams, their squads aren't that good. As you see by Genk's side, the only really players that are going to The only good player they have is Leon Bailey. Other than that, we should be able to coast by this team easily, and we have to improve. We go up against tougher sides in the Premier League, get the results. So, in European fixtures, we have to do the same. And as you see by our lineup, is pretty much the strongest team. As in the next episode, we'll have the EFL Cup game, so that's when I rest my players. Let's get into this game against Genk. Hopefully, we can get a good result and get our first 3 points in the Europa League. So the first chance here comes to West Ham, as down the right-hand side, Noble's running, showing a burst of pace. And I don't even know what I was going to say about that. But the shot comes in from Sturridge. It comes back off to Payet, who takes the touch, goes to the shot, goes for another shot, but it gets deflected and goes just wide of the target. And here now the ball gets cleared away. It comes to Faguli. Faguli tries to find Masuaku. And as you see, Agbana was on the floor, so another center back injury. Agbana this time from the header. He just fell down. It looked really weird on the replays how he got injured. Like as you see here, yeah, it was weird. He fell on him, and then 2 seconds later he reacted to it. It was really weird. But Agbana looks like he might be out for some extended period of time. You'll see after this game how long he's out for. So we're going to be really light in the center back position. Good we have some players like Oxford. Good we signed Elvedi, of course, because we would definitely been very light. But a chance here from Payet dribbling through, going for the finesse shot. It goes over the bar. You'll see that again in this episode. As Ayew here down the left-hand side finds Noble. Noble finds Payet again. Payet trying to create something as he goes for another finesse shot. And what a strike. Dimitri Payet puts it past the keeper. I just said, you'll see it again. I thought it was later in the match, but instead he scores in the 37th minute. Just a LeBron James celebration and a great finish from Dimitri there. Getting around 25 there, going for the shot. He just needed that little bit of space. Just that one step ahead of the defender. Puts it past the keeper. A great finish. No chance for the keeper there. As just loops it up and over. The dip on that shot was great as he makes it 1-0. A great start to the first half. And that's how it'll end. The first half will end off. So, just a great goal, individual goal by Dimitri Payet there. Took one touch into space, put it past the keeper. Great finish. And going into the second half, feeling very confident. On the back of that goal, we just got to keep possession in the second half. Not dilly-daddle with Apollo like we did in the Crystal Palace game. But here now we try to play it out of the back. The ball comes in to Genk. I think that's Biffle or something on the ball. The shot comes in. But good save by Adriani, goes out for a corner. And that was really the only chance of this game. The final one comes here to Genk. The cross comes in. The header comes up, but we cleared away. And that's how the match finishes. So we get our first 3 points in the Europa League. A great result. Payet definitely man of the match for this one. A great finish. Pretty much won us the game there. And, great win to end off this episode. So, going into it, this will end off the episode. We'll just advance through the next few days. We'll see how Agbana's injury holds as well. But it was good to get that win against Genk. We really needed it. And as you see, Collins wants a loan request, but he's actually going to be playing in this game against Barnsley. You'll see that tomorrow. But going through some player training as well. A lot of players progressing nicely. Oxford almost back at 71. I put Byron back into the training. And I actually didn't see how long Agbana was out for, but I think it was 3 weeks or 3 months. I'm not exactly too sure. I'll clarify in the next episode. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, it'd be much appreciated if you've left a like and subscribe. Other than that, have a good day.